Hello, hello. Welcome back to 2019 Spikeball Roundnet Nationals. We are here. It is getting to be a little past midday. It is beautiful out, and we have one of the best matches of the day for you. This is the women's finals, the championship match coming at you with Vacay and Overkill.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome matchup. We have Vacay hailing from Virginia and California. They're an American team taking on some Canadians that came over the border and are competing in the national championship and have found themselves in the finals here.
Yeah, the first time we've had a Canadian women's team in the finals here, so big day for them. They're taking on one of the nation's best, Vacay, who actually already defeated Bowbody, one of the favorites in this women's division, in the semifinals. So they've come off a hard-fought game in their semifinal, and now they're going to take on the Canadian women. So this will be a little preview of Worlds, maybe. I don't know. We could see some of these women's teams at Worlds next year. So
that's a very good point. Yeah, I would imagine both these teams making a deep run in Worlds next year in Belgium. This would be a nice preview.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for this match. I think a lot of people would say Vacay is maybe the favorite with two extremely experienced players, Jordy and Becca. Becca, previous, is it three-time women's national champs?
Three-time at least. I
yeah.
mean, with her, who knows?
Yeah.
And
so
it's worth noting to get here, Overkill beat Trio, who has a member, Becca's old partner, Allie.
Yes.
Who's also a national champion. So Overkill came to play today. And I do think, like you were saying, experience is going to be a huge part of it. So Becca's seen a number of finals in the national championship. She's a veteran to that. She knows what that feels like. And that'll really matter, but just watching Overkill warm up right here, they seem pretty loose. They seem happy to be here, don't seem too nervous or anything. I'm hoping they bring their best.
Yeah, I think they have the skills for sure to hang with Vacay, so this will be a really hard-fought match. Jordy, I know, was working through an injury timeout earlier in her semifinal game, so we'll see how that pans out.
What was bothering her?
I couldn't tell you for sure. I just know they did take their 5-minute injury timeout, and then I think one extra 1-minute timeout as well that they had available to them. So we can keep an eye on that. Not sure what the actual injury was, but she looks to be in good spirits. So I expect really good game from both these teams.
Yeah, Jordy is a beast.
Yeah,
I've got to play with her and watch her play, and she's something else out there. So this is going to be a really good matchup. I don't think it'll disappoint for the finals here.
Absolutely not. And on the other side of the Canadian women, we have Fred and Nancy. And I have not seen a lot of them, their play before, but making it to this final is, a testament that speaks for their skill. I think we're getting underway. There's checking the net tension.
Yep, getting all those final touches here before we kick off. Giving each other some hugs. They are, as much as they want to win, they're still friends. They're nice people. They're in it for the fun of it all.
There's nothing like the community that Spikeball around it has. It's an incredible competitive atmosphere where you can fight real hard for the national championship 1 hour, and then the next hour be drinking with friends and having a good time. It's really, really special.
Yep, and we're about to get underway here. Looks like Jordy will kick us off with the first serve, starting 0-0 in this Game 1 series, best of 3.
Overkill opts to play that pocket, and it actually backfires on him with a missed set.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. So they played the pocket. They didn't have to. And then the second set from Nancy there was just not very good.
Jordy a little off on her serve here. So she'll get a second go at it. Everyone will get 2 shots at a serve. So if you miss your first one, you do have an opportunity, just a fault, like in tennis, to give it a second try. But she does double fault there. So this serve goes over to Fred. Wow, what a backhand serve. That had some speed on it, but a great recovery set from Jordy, and Becca misses with her left.
Yeah, it was a good set from Jordy. Becca should swing at that. She just tries to have her hand out as almost a platform for the ball to bounce off. I think she needs to come at that faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a nutty serve that we're seeing from Fred right there. The backhand lefty leaning away.
That is coming off super fast, faster than I would say most serves in this bracket.
That seems like her go-to serve. She keeps going back to it.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything else so far, but Jordy handles that one really well, and they will side out there.
sitting at 2-2, trading points. It's now Becca's turn. We saw Jordy double fault. Hopefully Becca gets this on.
There you go. Great dig from Jordy. She puts it on with a backhand, but it's a little weak, so overkiller there. And a nice kind of in-between shot. She hit that right between Becca and Jordy, so good finish from Overkill.
Yeah, smart placement. Our first sort of
That's
back-and-forth rally of this matchup, and I imagine there'll be plenty more of those.
Nancy with the serve. She has a powerful right. Hits that really nicely. Good up from Overkill, but Becca's there on the drop. Left is dug, and then sent straight between Vacay again. What a play from Overkill. Really nice ball control.
Yeah, that was, I think, where it was lost is on Becca's hit. She didn't really take a glance up to see where Nancy was playing defense and ended up hitting it right at her as compared to her left or right.
And Jordy rips that one over, I believe that's Nancy's head.
Up and over. And Jordy actually, she's got a pretty nasty cut herself. She was teaching me the other day actually, and I would not want to face it.
Yeah, absolutely not. What a smart hit from Nancy. Puts that over to Jordy's left side, an nice open hit. It's hard to make that adjustment at the last minute, but she does open her palm face and just pushes it right past Jordy's left side. And there's the backhand again. Still the only serve we've seen from her, but it is really strong, so I do not blame her.
Yeah, cuts the defense there. Becca finds a nice spot. We're still just trading points here. No one really edging away or getting a lead. Feeling each other out. The serving from Vacay has been subpar, at least from what we know of them.
Yeah, not super consistent. I know that's something Becca really prides herself on is serve consistency. So I expect we'll see that get better as the series progresses. But wow, what a low push shot from Jordy. That barely went over the rim. That was really, really nice.
Yeah, it wasn't a great set coming at her, but she adjusted, sort of leaned away from it and got that, what we like to call a bowling shot.
Oh, and then we see it again on the other side.
Nancy says, I can do that too.
Yep. So trading side outs once again. Fred with the serve. Opts for the short. Goes a little bit near side of the net, so.
Could they call a fault there?
Yeah, I don't know. If you're strict by the letter of the law, that might be.
Yeah, it looks like they won't be calling it. So.
Yeah, good sportsmanship all around. Set's a little bit off, but Becca makes a really nice adjustment. Instead of hitting that ball high in the air, kind of where you would normally hit that ball, she waits, lets it get about waist level. Really nicely done.
They were both there. They kind of looked at each other after, like, one of us should have grabbed it, but. Oh.
Bit of a mishit there.
Yeah, so if we break that down, I think Becca did a great job. She got up onto the net, and I think made Fred second guess her hit, and turned into that whiff from her.
It looked like Fred really wanted to pull it, maybe too hard, and just didn't have the squares to pull it off.
So right there, Nancy, on her hit, the ball, I think, follow through, came off her leg as well, which is not allowed. They went to observers to make the decision to see what the call will be. I agree. I thought I saw it glance off her knee, so that will actually be a point for Vacay because the ball cannot touch you twice or after you've hit it.
Yeah, that's a big break there for Vacay going up now on their serve. Left, wow.
Lefty from Becca catches Fred off guard. I don't think she was expecting that.
Yeah, very nice ace. That had as much power as her right, so that's a really, really strong serve. Second serve coming up for Becca. Nice control from Overkill there, just handling the serve and putting it past Vacay.
Yeah, there wasn't much movement for Vacay on defense, so Nancy just powered it through.
All right, and Fred to serve. And back to the backhand. Looks like that clips front rim, but that was fast.
Yeah, I thought that was good for a second, and that would have been nasty.
Still a good serve. That one does not clip rim. Glances off Fred's wrist, but not toward her partner. So
I've been impressed with Becca and Jordy being able to handle Fred's serve, because that backhand coming at their left is really hard to manage. But they haven't seemed to struggle it yet.
Yeah, I think that's one strength that, especially Becca, I know, being part of Atlas for a long time, playing against Chiswick Showalter, and the guys don't take it easy on her. So she's seen some incredible serves and trained against, top men's pro serves. So, she's handling these pretty well.
Ooh, that was just a breakdown. It started with a sloppy set from Becca into a rollout attempt save from Jordy that just didn't get enough. Little pocket there. We're at 9-9. The Canadians back to serve. And the Canadians have had actually a pretty awesome turnout at our events. It seems like their community is just growing and growing up there. They're hosting their own tournaments as well up north and coming to the American ones here.
Yeah, their community seems incredibly strong, and there's a lot of SRA posts where you see, people commenting in French and talking about it, amongst their own community too. So definitely very active and obviously fielding some incredible teams down here at Nationals.
Yeah, they'll be proud. They'll be proud to have made it this far and to just sort of rep.
Here's a not backhand serve.
Oof.
And wow, yeah, very nice backhand rip.
I think Jordy's face summed it up for us. He was just like, that was dirty.
First serve misses for Jordy. She'll take another.
We're at 12-11. It's been tight. It's going to come down to just a mental error right at the end.
Yeah, a few, I wouldn't say a ton of rallies, but pretty clean all around, and the girls serving really well in general. Looks like we have a pocket call. Really nice return here off a strong serve, and the way Jordy waits on that ball and then just flicks it and into a nice little drop pull shot, that was very, very well done.
A little flick of the wrist.
Yeah. Very, very clean.
Becca has been,
wow.
She's in their head right now. Just that fake back and forth with the left and the right, and I think what's really working for her, she had that early left-handed ace, so it's making Fred have to respect it, and which in turn makes Becca's right even more powerful.
And that's 2 in a row now.
2 in a row. This is what, a champion like Becca can do, just take over a game. While it's been tight up until now, they're running away 15-12 here in game 1.
Yeah, definitely improving her serve consistency over the beginning of the game. And a lefty ace, too. We have some contention about it. Looks like observers will confer.
So Vacay thought it was good. Overkill thought it was a pocket. So in this circumstance, it goes to our observers, our unbiased viewers. They will make the call that it was a pocket. So it's going to be Becca's second serve here in a redo.
Still 15-12. Shot for the right hand this time. Overkill returns this really well. And a nice backhand push shot away. That was really, really good control. And very good patience from Overkill to wait until that ball's right next to the net.
Yeah, they're going to need a little magic here. They kind of let that slip in the last few points with those aces.
Sets a little bit off. Becca does put it on the net. And a nice drop from Overkill. Really good net presence. No one hit the net there. That was great.
Yeah, that was a fortunate one to walk away with. Got a little messy, and bodies flying all over the place.
Really high pocket there. So we'll do a second serve from Fred.
It looks like they're just confirming scores, and Fred does a her back. Oh.
And you hear the crowd gasp there. That almost was a hand of God there.
Almost got back on.
Just barely double bounces. Sometimes when you're beat, just sticking a hand out like that is the way to go, and Overkill are almost rewarded with the point. Ooh, I don't know if the call was made in time there. Okay, it was.
I was gonna say.
There were some weird smiles going around the net.
Yeah. Oh.
Looked like a pocket from here, but it was a little bit loud.
Yeah, I think it was rimmy.
And it was rim, so another break for Vacay going up 17. 17-14, is that 18-14 maybe?
I think it's 17.
Okay.
We had that redo. So 17-14, Vacay comfortable here. Kind of what we'd expect up until now, I'd say, how this game has developed. We'll see if Overkill can shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference thus far has been both teams are serving extremely well, but Vacay's just able to handle the heat a little bit better on the serve return. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. As I say that, there's an ace from Overkill, so they're bringing it back a little closer.
Yeah, granted Jordy was beat there, but she's got a wow.
Unbelievable. I don't know why I said anything. Overkill are now 2 in a row on the drop aces.
And
that's
just
incredible.
Like that, we're 17-17. Overkill is
that's
here to make a game of this.
That's the announcer's curse, I believe, so apologies in advance to Vacay.
We'll see if they, that was a soft hit from Jordy. That's going to open it up, but they get it back for a chance to convert. And just over the reach, Overkill did a good job extending that point.
Yeah, and Vacay finally stemmed the bleeding and stopped that run.
Jordy on that original hit she had, it was just way too casual, way too soft. And the second time around, and she made no mistake to keep that going.
Now a misset from Overkill will give Vacay the advantage, and they'll get a break now up 19-17. So that's a huge break. If they hold serve now at this point, they will not be going to extras.
It's been a game of runs so far.
Jordy's here on this long ball. It's sent far. Becca will try and send it back to the net. It's close. Jordy puts it on. Overkill's there, though, and Overkill will finish it to keep in this game. 18-19 now. They're going to have 1, maybe 2 opportunities here to get a break back and force extras in this game 1 of the Women's Championship Final.
We'll see if Fred's backhand here can do the trick. Doesn't make it on the net, so she'll be back for her second serve. Goes short. And we're into game point territory with Vacay up 2018, I believe.
Big serve receive here for Overkill. Ooh, they might opt to play this, and they do a little cheeky drop on 2. Ends up working out.
They made the call. They decided to play it. Worked out. And, they either need an ace or a defensive stop to stay in this game 1.
And no fear on the serve, sending it really hard.
Right now, what are you doing? Do you get it on the net? Do you bring the heat?
I bring the heat, but it's because I have no self-control. And she does bring the heat as well. It's a great serve. But Becca makes no mistake with the lefty pole. Finishes it. Game 1 goes the way of Vacay, 21-19. Great performance from both these teams. Really impressed by the serving, especially. I think Vacay maybe just handling in general the serves a little bit better than Overkill. But I think these teams are really evenly matched. I'm excited to see game 2.
Early on, the difference was just Becca had those, 2-3 aces in a row?
Yes.
And I think that was gave them a little boost early on, but then we saw Overkill. I believe it was Nancy who shot right back and got a couple aces. So
yeah, the drop aces.
I think the difference came down to just the defensive stand is more consistent, closing it out.
Yeah, a few of those longer rallies, Vacay came out on top, and they do take game 1. After this women's championship match, we will have pro finals for you as well, so don't go anywhere. We've got tons of great Roundnet coming up the rest of the day. We're not winding down anytime soon here in Richmond.
Yeah, and just an update. We're hearing a lot of hooting and hollering from like a side court. I think Moktega just took down Hornables in game 3, so they'll be pushing on to the semifinals. And I believe they're taking on Boisterous next. So it's Boisterous, Moktega, and Flexible Healing versus CS. So that's how that's shaping up. But we're going to jump back into the action here of game 2 of the women's finals shortly. I think they're trying to find some observers for the match.
We had 2 observers last time. Looks like maybe Charles is going to step in. That's a little bit interesting. We've got
an interesting pick, but I guess, I mean, if it's not Charles, it's Charles Henry being one of their close friends and also a Canadian himself.
Yeah.
I would like to think that everyone here is unbiased and will make the right call when they can.
absolutely.
So they're going to kick off here soon. What do you think Overkill needs to do to force the game 3 here?
I think if they
What
can
can they
handle the serves a little bit better, they'll be in a great spot. They just gave up way too many aces in game 1. Their defense looked pretty solid, and offensively they're in system. So I would not say that they need to make any major changes. Now that they've seen Vacay's serves a little bit, I think they're in a pretty good position in game 2 if they can just execute on their serve return. And that's a good start if they're going to see missed serves from Vacay. So.
Get there. Oh, Becca has a nice run down, but a little too far for her.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about being in system there. Really nice first touch and second set from Overkill. So they're feeling comfortable on offense, I think, and we'll see what their serving is like. Good return from Becca. And puts it right between the two members of Overkill. Very nice job hitting with her eyes.
Two 2-1 to Vacay. Becca goes with her left hand. It's wrangled well by Nancy.
Wow, that was a monster of a hit. A little bit of a discussion going on here. And they're actually going to give it to Vacay, I believe, because the hit actually ended up hitting Fred. Nancy's hit, I believe, ended up hitting Fred once it passed Becca. And so that point's going to go to Vacay. That is in the rule book. I'm surprised it was called in that case because it was already so far past Vacay, but that is the letter of the law. Nice dig from Becca. And then finishes off with a nice medium range shot.
Yeah, they're reading them well now. I think they're starting to pick up on their cues and understand the strategies. So Vacay getting away with that one. An early lead in this game 2, 4-1.
Yeah,
after the win in game 1.
That's a huge deficit for Overkill to find themselves in.
Yeah, especially being down a game. It just gets in your head. We'll see if they can bounce back, maybe get some serves here and there, some defensive ups. It's going to be a long road ahead, though, if they keep at this rate.
Yeah. Let's see if they can get some serves back here. Nice serve, but Jordy just handles it. Great effort from Overkill to get that back to the net. Nancy almost had that back, but just a little bit too much of a line-driven ball for Fred to have a chance to hit it.
Yeah, she read it. She got under it. It just didn't get a good hit.
All right, so 5-2. Jordy to serve. Puts it on the net. And Becca's there with the defense. I think that actually hit rim.
Yeah, seemed a little rimmy. So that'll be a point for Vacay if they can agree, and they do.
Yeah, so another break, and the deficit grows larger. Nice backhand from Jordy.
Oh,
wow. Wow, Jordy gets that one up, but it doesn't quite go back to Becca. A little crafty shot.
Yeah, that was a low one.
Nancy.
Somehow Jordy got to it. It just wasn't enough, but it was a good effort. Got news that was a little quiet, so I moved my mic closer. Let me know if that's better. Sorry about that. We got Nancy back to serve. They're down 3-6. And we'll be rotating at 7-3. For those that don't know, every 5 points, the teams will rotate just to account for any elements or sun in your eyes, whatever it may be, wind.
And that is not a rotation that that feels good if you're Overkill. You never want to hear 7-3 be the score if you're on the losing end of that rotation.
Definitely not. Vacay just looking nice and comfortable with their play style. They're having fun.
Yeah, just mistake-free Roundnet from Vacay at the moment.
Yeah, we're already at 8-3. Oh, high hit from Becca. It'll be her second. Overkill. I wouldn't even mind if they called a timeout here or in the next few points if things don't change.
Yeah.
Because this series is kind of getting away from them right now. They need a reset. Try and get Vacay out of the groove they're in.
Yeah, I would love to see maybe them force some awkwardness from Vacay with the backhand serves again. If she goes to it. Looks like that one pockets up, and Vacay will call it. Second serve here.
This is almost when I think a coach would benefit a team. We don't see too many like actual coaches for teams out here that could make the call like, hey, timeout, let's switch the momentum up. But I wouldn't say it's that far out, especially with all the clubs that are popping up. Maybe the Canadians over in their corner could help out.
Yeah.
Chime in.
Yeah, I would love to see some coaches crop up this coming season. I think it's a cool thing to have another set of eyes on your game, especially when you're in it. It's so emotional, and it's hard to kind of see the momentum swings when you're in the thick of it. But a coach has that, bird's eye view of a game.
Yeah, and it's worth noting with the sport being so young, I think that type of stuff is on the horizon where players who still love the sport, still love watching it, being a part of it, but may not have the skill anymore, but understand it really well, can switch over to a role like that. We might have a giveaway at the end of this game. We got Mike's letting me know you guys are asking in chat. We definitely still have some planned for the day.
Nice bowling shot from Overkill there. Hits right on the near net and stays extremely low.
Getting a little windy out here. It might be might spice up the men's finals if it keeps picking up.
Yeah,
a little bit. Start moving that ball around. They'll have to contend with the elements.
good return from Jordy here. And she hits a bowling shot, but it's off the knee of Fred. And they can't get it back, but what a shot off the knee.
Yeah, a little bit of a scare for Jordy. She stayed composed. Somehow got it over to Becca, and they still win the point, even though a little bit scary.
Wow, nice lefty serve there. And it generates a break for Vacay.
Yeah, it just seems like Vacay, you can tell, is just the better team, at least today, and they're showing it and how they're playing, how they're managing this game, controlling the tempo.
Yeah, and their defensive rotations just look so clean right now. They know exactly what Overkill wants to do with their hits, and they're in position basically every point at this stage. Vacay obviously coming off a really difficult game in semis as well, and maybe just feeling in rhythm after that win.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. Nancy actually took her glasses off. We'll see if maybe that'll help her gameplay out a little bit.
Yeah. Getting a little cloudy here, so maybe no more need. A bowling shot. Not only does the bowling shot miss, but then Jordy falls on the net. So
yeah, even if she'd hit that on and then hit the net, it might have. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, can't touch the net until the ball has hit the ground. The point is concluded. What a nice push shot from Becca. Lines up for the pole, makes her opponent move over, and then just hits it by the side that they moved from.
Yeah,
really smart.
Total fake out. She kind of pump faked like she was going to hit it to the left and then came back over the right. Caught them guessing. Not too sure what they're asking observers here, but seems like they're going to keep things rolling. Becca serves 13-8. And nice. Not so nice because it hit rim, but it looked good. Attempt tweener from Nancy there. So now we're at 14-8. It kind of looks like Vacay is just cruising into this championship.
Yeah, they're having a good time of it.
They are, and it's one thing, it's kind of interesting to consider. If Vacay pull this out, Becca will be a 4-time national champion.
That's
with
just
different
incredible.
Teammates.
I cannot even imagine just the dominance that she has had these past 4 years. It's really unbelievable.
It is, and I don't think there's been too much debate on the best female player in the game right now, but Becca's making a pretty good case for herself.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks really strong here, and the team chemistry for Vacay as well is just really impressive. Complementing each other on defense, and really having good offensive chemistry.
Yeah, and this is their first year playing together, right? First season.
It is, yeah, first season after Becca and Ali, our previous national champions, Ogres Heroes, split up for the season. Becca decided to play with Jordy, or Jordy decided to play with Becca. I don't know how that went, but
I think it was a mutual breakup that led them to different partners, and
yeah.
right now it's being a little more fruitful on Becca's side.
We have the third place game going on as well right now, so we'll try and get you results of that if we can. But we are coming into the last part of this game. Vacay up big, 15-10. Second serve coming in for Jordy. It's a nice 1-2-3 put away for Overkill.
Yeah, it looked like Jordy was making a play for it, ran into Nancy. Possible case for a hinder, but since the hit was so far and out before she get to it, I don't think she cared to try. Nancy serving 11-15. They're really going to need to turn it on here, win some points, stay in this.
And that's what you can't do. Giving up opportunities there for a break. Not many of those left for Overkill as they try and claw their way back into this national championship match. Incredible lefty serve from Becca. The recovery set's pretty good, but it's going to double on the net from Nancy's hit.
Yeah, Becca is not holding back at all. They may be up 6-7 points, but she's still bringing the heat on the serves.
That one will hit the near run. She'll get another go. And a double fault there will give the serve back to Fred. See if she can work some magic here. Down 6 points.
Yeah, I believe it's 12-17. We'll
Yeah,
confirm with the scoreboard, but
Right.
they are now rotating. We're at 18-12. Jordy's back to serve. All signs pointing towards Vacay walking away with this one, but we can't rule it out just yet.
Vacay playing really loose right now. You can see they're having a lot of fun. Thinking they have this one in the bag, and they may very well.
I would say either way, Overkill is going to be happy. Like we said earlier, they took out Trio, who's a really good female team, has done well this year, and they earned themselves a spot in the finals. And although it might not be a first place finish, they're going to be proud.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're at game point here. Becca to serve, see if she can close out with a potential ace.
Going with the lefty, maybe some style points. Overkill will delay it just a little bit. And we'll see if they can generate some breaks here. But inevitable is coming, I believe.
Fred looking at a second serve here.
And this is all the pressure. Game point, second serve, got to make it on, get a break. Does get it on. Jordy handles the serve and puts it away. And that is it, folks. It is 21-14. Women's national champions, Vacay, Becca Graham, Jordy Vigna. Congrats to them. Congrats to Overkill as well on a great tournament, great showing, and a second place finish. But our national champions, congratulations to Vacay.
Yeah, they played great. I mean, at 21-19, 21-14 in that second game, they showed at the end of the day this